What's up, guys? You're Meshi here. We're going to be doing another episode of VR Chat Paranormal Stories, where we go asking people on VR Chat from all around the world if they've ever experienced anything paranormal. Tonight we have a bunch of crazy stories from ghosts, sleep paralysis, aliens. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks. Let's get into it.
This one time, right? My grandma had a stroke. All right. So we went down, took a 4-hour ride trip to go see her. The whole family came together. Mind you, we haven't seen each other in like 6 years.
Okay.
And then we're all together and we decide to smudge her house down, right? Because, you know, that helps with the spirits and whatnot.
Right, a little sage
As we're smudging the
cleanse.
house down, yeah, my little sister's in the bathroom and we move out like towards the bathroom area. Like, so the house or the room's right here. Then we move out and the front door's right there. And then the bathroom's right here. As we're moving out, like, something must have happened to where it jumped. Oh yeah, hold on. Once it jumped into this like bathroom and it started flicking off the lights, and the water was turning on.
What?
My little sister was in the bathroom freaking out. Yeah, I swear to God, this is what happened. And then later that night, after we cleansed the house, we went to go take a family picture, and in the picture you could see that somebody's in the house right in the doorway of the like screen, and it's like a silhouette, but you can't make out who it is, but it was definitely a man figure.
It's like this one story takes place in, what was it again? Oh yeah, it was when I was visiting my dad, like for summer, and when I was 13, and basically, I was playing it. It was late, and there was like it was in this little tiny farming or like agricultural slash oil community in like in Central California. It was called Wasco, and it was like outside of Bakersfield, Fresno, all that stuff. And big oil, big farming area. And there's like, it's like been known to like be like a hub for like supernatural, like extraterrestrial shit and like crap like that.
Okay.
So one night I was playing outside with like the neighborhood kids. Like everybody was out because it was somebody's party, like a siesta or something like that.
Right.
And there was music. There was adults outside drinking, like having a drink. All the kids were outside on their scooters, bikes. We were just riding around, right? And then we hear like this high pitch, like near the end of the cul-de-sac. We hear like this high pitch, like kind of whale noise. It was like, it sounded like a whale. It was like
Yeah, like a high
like it kind of
frequency
sounded
sound.
like you know how male elks make that like that high frequency sound, and then it kind of sounded like it had like a bit of depth, like a whale.
Like, oh, okay.
It was something weird like that. And then we all stopped. It happened once, only once, and we were like, whoa, what the fuck? What was that? And then we were skating around to see where that came from because we were interested in shit. And then like one of the adults, I think, pointed it out to one of the kids, and then that kid pointed it out to the rest of us. And we saw like we looked up in the sky, and from like one end of the sky to the other end, we could see like a straight line of like lights, of like very bright lights,
Get out
just
of
like
here.
staying stagnant in the middle of the sky. And we were like, what the fuck? What is that? And then we were thinking, okay, it can't be like any military and military shit, because that looks too straight. Like the lights were super close together, so I mean that's a no-go. And like it was like the line was like from the end of that point of the sky to the other end, and it was just massive. It was crazy.
Wow.
And it was there for like 30 minutes, and all anybody could do was just look at it. The whole neighborhood was looking at it and everything, and it was like a whole thing in our neighborhood. They wrote about it in like the Kern County newspaper.
Get out of
like
here.
It's crazy. For like a while, like a bunch of weird shit kept happening. We had a neighbor who two neighbors who well, not neighbors, but two other people like in our communal area, who live like next to this hermit of a lady.
Right.
And she lives with like her dogs and shit, like 5 dogs. And basically one night they said that they were walking, because they were walking like back from Walmart and walking past the construction, because they were still building houses in that neighborhood at that time. And they saw like a green hue on top of her freaking fuck, her the roof of her house. Like it was like a green hue, and it was like in like patterns, like in like crisscross green patterns, like um like a cube like pattern, but like as a light. I don't know really how to explain it, but it was fucking weird. And then
Huh. Like
we
Aurora
asked him to show a
Borealis
video of
just
it.
over the house?
No, no, huh?
Like Aurora
What?
Borealis? Like Northern Lights?
So, I guess so. They said it was like a no, not like Aurora Borealis. It's like they said that it was like a light shining down, like how you would have like a like a fucking light from a ceiling shining down and hitting something, and just shining off of that.
That's
It
insane.
wasn't any like Aurora Borealis or nothing like that in the fucking sky. It was weird.
My father passed away when I was like 4.
Sorry to hear
I
that.
don't remember him. It's okay. But basically when he died, I like woke my mom up that same like morning, and I was like, "Mom, my aunt took away the snow. My aunt took away the snow." And my entire family had moved from like the Northeast down to the South. And my father hated the South, and he ended up moving back up. And so my father always blamed my aunt for moving us down to like a hotter climate. And so it was weird. On the night he died, I woke my mom up and was saying my aunt took away the snow. So that was a little weird. And then I lived in a house where like doors and stuff would slam shut, and I'd hear like footsteps,
Wow.
and that's it.
Well, I appreciate you sharing.
The second story, it's not really about fucking aliens or shit like that. It's like more about the occult. So like this is when I was living in Arkansas,
Okay.
like an hour outside of Little Rock.
Was
And
it? Wait.
it was
Was it a place called Circe?
Arkansas, the mothership.
huh?
Was it a place called Circe?
Yes. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude.
And this was yeah, actually yes,
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear
yes,
it.
mate. So basically, this is when I was going to like a Christian school, and because my mom didn't want to put me in a public school at this time. This is when I was a bit younger, like when I was like 12.
Right.
And during this time, like it was like a fucking, what was it, fall. It was fall. It was like autumn or some shit like that. And everybody was like, like in a mellow mood. Like the weather was shitty always during that time. It was like gray skies, fucking like dead leaves, like
Yeah.
all that shit. The whole place smelled like cow shit, like around like the school that I went to, because it was like near like a ranch or something like that, privately owned ranch. And like school, like it was alright, I guess. But I mean, other than that, like this started when we had like the day before Halloween, and I went with my friends to like this little creek. Like we took, and this didn't take like place near where I lived, near the place where I lived, or like near the school.
Right.
But this like we took like a little trip with one of our friends. He had like an older brother who had like a pickup truck, and he like then he would drive us around and go places like to kill time and shit, because the only fucking thing you could do around there was like fucking fast lane is like the off-brand Chuck E. Cheese or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of fast lane? Yeah,
Nah,
that
I
shit.
can't remember much. I was like 10 when I lived there, and we evacuated from Katrina, for Katrina, and wound up in an apartment there for like a year or two.
I mean, and this is when I'm 12, mind you, so he left me alone at this creek and like this park, and I was just chilling. I probably should have gone with him because it was stupid for me to stay, because that's just irresponsible. But he went, yeah, to go drop him off, and they lived in Little Rock. So it would be a while till he came back. So I was just chilling, and after I got tired of fishing and shit, I just started walking around, like just taking to the trail.
Right.
And then I got lost. I got lost in the fucking park. It was like it was just like a bunch of dried up withered brambles and like brown and like reddish kind of leaves and shit everywhere. I was
Whoa.
like I was freaking out because I was like, yo, what the fuck. And then I kept running. I ran through the woods and shit like that. It was not really woods because there isn't that many trees in Arkansas. at least from in the area that we were in, like we're at, like for this event that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then I found this little clearing, and there was like this it looked like a chimney, like a hollow like a shallow chimney, and I walked up to it because it was in the middle of a clearing. And I looked inside because I was curious, you know, a fucking 12-year-old, like, they're curious as fuck about shit.
Right.
And I went and when I walked up to it and peeked inside, I kid you not, bro, dead ass, like, I'm being 100 with you. A decapitated ostrich and a bunch of dead, like, chickens missing their heads and feet. And they
Whoa.
were, like, all, like, piled up in, like, in this, like, pit at the bottom. There was, like a cow leg and shit. It was crazy. And then like I looked inside, and there were candles at each section of it, and it was so creepy too, because like the sky was all everything, the whole place was foggy as shit, because this is fall, this is autumn,
Yeah.
and you say everything's all foggy and grim and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like I was like, this isn't a cult shit. And then like I heard, because like, there's a lot of hogs like in Arkansas, like
Right.
you know,
like
wolves and shit.
Razorbacks is their shit.
Yeah, Razorbacks is their team.
Yeah.
They love that fucking team. But
They
I
fucking
heard,
love that
I just heard off in the distance while looking at this shit in the clearing. I almost fell in.
Yo.
When I
Jesus,
heard that
so
shit,
laggy.
I almost jumped forward and fell into the pit with all the like dead birds and like fucking limbs and shit like that.
Oh.
That was so scary, bro. I ran, and I don't know how the fuck, cause like I was just running off of adrenaline. I wasn't even thinking.
Right.
I just ran till I came back to the path, and then I just waited at the creek for my friend's brother to come back and pick me up. And I was all pissed at him. He was like, "Alright, chill out, relax, dipshit. I'll get you like an ice cream, and then if you forget about it." And I was like, "Alright, cool." He just gave me the ice cream, and then I just chilled out.
That's insane, bro.
That's my story about possibly coming upon an occult worshiping spot in the middle of Arkansas.
This is multiple instances. The first time I just heard a kid outside, like yelling, "Help me, help me."
That's pretty strange.
I went to bed that night after hearing that. I had a bad dream that somebody was choking me, and I woke up with like red handprints on my neck.
Seriously?
Yeah. And then a few days later, I saw something come into my room, and there's nothing there. And the second time I saw it come into my room, it popped its head up with really deep sunken eyes, a ripped open mouth.
What are you doing over here, Lena?
And they were super pale.
Get out of here.
What are you doing over here?
Come to find out, huh?
I said, get out of here.
Bro, what?
It's true. And then I told my family about it. And my aunts told me that they played with the Ouija board. And they summoned a kid named Adam who fit that exact description years before.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
talk-
Yeah, so that's my, like...
I talked to somebody tonight, actually, that lived in a haunted house that had a Ouija board in it. And we were speculating that somebody touched that Ouija board and did something they weren't supposed to do.
I lived in a house when I was younger. A house that my closet door would always open on its own. And the thing is, I just didn't care, because if it was a ghost,
What are
I
you gonna
thought
do?
it wouldn't hurt me. Because what?
Oh, never mind. I thought you were gonna say, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you could really do against a ghost.
Yeah, because like that's what I thought. There's nothing I could do against that. If it wanted to hurt me, it would hurt me by now. All it did was just open my closet door.
That's pretty strange. That's the only thing that happened?
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, that's good.
It would open a few doors around the house, but it was really... I didn't think it was bad. It was pretty... It didn't hurt. me at all.
Hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was a great night, great stories. Stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.